Welcome back, everyone, to another episode on the Project Nodenium server. And it has been quite a while since we've done an episode, and I'm super excited to be back on the server and ready to get some building going. I've been hard at work in the design labs, working on what we are going to do in today's project, and it's going to require a lot of resources, and I'm talking about just under 100,000 blocks. So we need to get a lot of resources gathered up. Let's get this episode going and get the building started. In the last episode on the server, we built this tower, and it's a pretty good design. I really like it, but we need to get the rest of the towers built in, and we've got these ones here that goes all the way around and comes back over to this main tower. Now, this area was left open because I want to put in a walkway that is going to connect all of the towers, and I have a couple of designs that I'm going to do. Now, originally, the towers were going to be different designs, but what I ended up deciding on is that we're going to have one for the center area here, and then each of the corners is going to have this design that we built last time. So we're going to duplicate it there and in each of the other corners, and then this one is going to be a separate design which will be used in each of the center towers right all the way around. But in order to get all of these built, what I'm going to need to do is gather up a bunch of resources. So let's go ahead and do a quick montage of all the resources that need to be gathered up. All of the resources have been gathered and they are all collected and up here ready to go. And it was a lot of resources, let me tell you. We had to collect almost 100,000 blocks, and let's take a look at what we have. All of these shulker boxes contain all of the resources that we are going to be using, and we've got a couple of different types of blocks that we have. Now, the primary block is going to be deep slate, which we were able to gather quite a bit last time. And as you can see, we've got all of these deep slate bricks. Over here, we've got some more cobbled deep slate, we've got stairs, and then in here we've got some smooth basalt. There's some mud over here. Oh no, that's some smooth basalt as well. There's the mud. And then we've got andesite and some blackstone and some other woods and different types of things. So a bunch of different resources, plenty to use. We've got lots of colors that are going to go into these builds. So I am really excited to get started with everything that we have. With all of the resources accounted for though, let's get started with the time lapse where we are going to be building all of the towers in that circle. finished it. At last, it's finally done. Let's take a look. And there we go. All of the towers and the walkways are completed. And just to give you an idea of the size of this build, you can see where the render distance cuts off, ends up just being on the other side. So in order to get a full view, I mean, you do really have to be in a good spot. If you go too far out, you actually don't see the whole thing all at once. And I think that's a pretty good size. I can live with that size. Now, the one thing that we do have to work on is what's inside the towers, because if we go along this walkway and come up to the center of the towers, you'll see they are actually not complete. As I was building up these towers, I put this temporary walkway so that I'd be able to walk back and forth between the different sides without having to constantly be flying around and using up my rockets. But with this interior, you can see there's a lot of space in here for different things that we could do. And I have some ideas about what I want to have in the center area right here where the walkways meet. And especially for these towers that are in the center, this one here, and then, for example, this one as well, there's going to be a walkway that's going to meet up with the main tower in the middle. And so these entrances right here are going to need something special. So I'll have to come up with some ideas and we'll get those built in future episodes. But sadly, that is going to do it for today's episode. It is a little bit shorter because, well, I used a lot of the time to build this, and that took a long time, a little over 30 hours, and it was a lot of work. So we're going to cut it off here and then pick up the building in the next episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And until next time, see you later.